What is up, live, laugh, lovers? Today I've actually decided I am going to be making my favorite movies that I watched in 2024. I look like a mess. My hair, I just washed it. So I'm letting it air dry for a bit before I actually blow dry it. Otherwise, it will take forever because my hair is long. But I've decided to stay in today because I'm so sick of sitting and I need to move around sometimes. Need to move around. Let's just get right into these movies, and I've got 10 on my list, and they're in no particular order. So let's just get into them. Actually, I'll show you guys this one because I have it on Blu-ray right here. Number one is Late Night with the Devil. I still haven't actually opened this Blu-ray, but this is probably my favorite movie that I watched. First time watch. Oh, there's ants on it. First time watch. First time watch. First time watch in 2024. This is really good. I went and saw it at the movies, and there was like a false fire alarm while I was there watching it, so we had to evacuate. And they're like, we don't know if we'll be able to get back in there, but they did like 10 minutes after, so it was fine. But yes, this movie is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal masterpiece, and I highly recommend everyone watch this movie. The aesthetic is so good, the acting is so good. The special effects are cheesy, but that's the point. That's the point. It's supposed to be like a love letter to 70s horror. So, yes, it's probably, yeah, the best first time watch of 2024. Next was Bone Tomahawk. Now, I don't like westerns. I would even say that I hate westerns. I think cowboys and all that stuff are extremely boring. But this movie was phenomenal. It was 2 hours, but it didn't feel like 2 hours. I hate movies that are over 2 hours or 2 hours long. But when they don't feel like 2 hours, I like them. This movie felt like it went by really quickly because I was enjoying it. I was enjoying it. You have Patrick Wilson, Kurt Russell. You've got a guest starring role with Sid Haig. You've got David Arquette in this movie. You've got one of the Frog Brothers, the other one who isn't as famous as Corey Feldman from The Lost Boys. So yeah, this movie was really fun. It was kind of gross at times, but it was fun. Very fun. The next movie is Possessor by Brendan Cronenberg. Now, before I watched this, I honestly thought I was gonna absolutely hate it because I watched Infinity Pool and I hated that movie. I thought it was really bad. I did not find any enjoyment in that movie at all. So I was like, I don't think this movie's gonna be for me. But it was for me because I loved it. This movie was so good. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the like how do I explain it? The plot. Like I really enjoyed the how do I explain it? I really enjoyed how this movie is. Like I really like that it's the woman and she can like become the people, like they like just put some like brain mechanism on her and she is becomes that person. Like she's still her, but like her soul or something whatever is like in that person and she takes over their body. It's like really weird and really hard to explain, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I really enjoyed this movie. But yeah. Next was Lady Vengeance. I have been waiting, well, I had been waiting to watch this movie for years. When I was younger, I saw the clip of um Lady Vengeance, Gamja, showing the parents like the serial killer killing their kids, which isn't very nice. But I saw that and I saw other clips of it, and I was like, I really want to watch this, but nowhere has it. But you know what I did? You know what I did? You know what I did? I just bought the DVD from England so I can watch it because I have a region free DVD player, so I can buy movies from anywhere and watch them. So I just bought a DVD from England and I watched it, and I had a great time with this movie. This movie, I should have watched it sooner. I shouldn't have waited this long, but it was worth the wait though. I enjoyed it. I loved it. This movie was phenomenal. I have nothing bad to say about this movie. This movie was great. I loved this movie. Next is a kind of controversial one. It's Malignant. And I've got something to say about this as well, because the first time I ever watched this, I only watched half of it and I found it really boring, so I turned it off, and I was wrong. I rewatched it in full, and what a great movie. How ridiculous is it? It's so fun. I love it. Like, sometimes movies don't need to be serious. They can just be like a fun watch. This movie was a fun watch. It wasn't it was serious, and then the end it wasn't serious. But it's like it doesn't have to be a serious movie all the time. This movie was great. There was lots of blood and stuff. Um was there? I don't know. I think that was at the end. It was like this whole like assassination thing. It was crazy. It was phenomenal though. So yeah. I really enjoyed this movie. The next movie was Abigail. I once again also really enjoyed this movie. It's also once again a fun watch, not a serious watch. It's not supposed to be serious, it's supposed to be fun. Sometimes I think if you take a movie too seriously, you might not like it, but if you go into it thinking, I'm gonna have a great time, you might like it. Because I liked this movie. I thought it was really fun. There was, yeah, like lots of blood and guts. It was just random sometimes, like some points in the movie. But you know what? I loved it. So yeah. Next is Project Wolf Hunting, and my god, was my life changed when I watched this movie. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I thought, I don't know, it starts off somewhere and can like takes a complete like 180, and it's like insane, but it's so good. It's like about, I don't even know how to explain it, but like it's these people, these criminals are like on a boat and they're being transported back to Korea, or they're being transported somewhere. I think they're from Korea, maybe. I don't know. It's a Korean movie. Um, but yeah, like you think that you think the horror is gonna come from them, which kind of does, but then they have like these like monsters and like these like weird like zombie things, and like people who are like who have lived forever and have never grown. It's so bizarre, but like it's so much fun. Like you have no idea where this movie is going, and it's just like, I don't know. It was so much fun. I really loved this movie. Next was Valentine. Now I love who done it slashes, so I was going to this thinking I was gonna love it, and I did love it. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. I'm still kind of like pissed at the ending though, because they will never know the truth. They will never know the truth, but it doesn't matter because it's such a phenomenal movie. And whodunit slashers are probably my favorite types of slasher movies, because we have to try and figure out as well who it is, which I knew who it was. It was obvious. I feel like in this movie, I did kind of guess the ending, which, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, I'm gonna spoil the ending for you. So, turns out the chick's boyfriend is the killer because he was bullied by them in primary school or whatever. But the killer, so, um, at the end, it's like the killer against the girlfriend, but the killer, um, it's not actually the killer. Like, the boyfriend put the costume on the chick's friend, so the chick thinks that her friend's the killer. But then, right at the end, so the chick kills the killer, the killer. This probably sounds really dumb because I'm not really explaining it well, but she kills her friend because she thinks she's a killer, and then right at the end they're hugging, and the you know who the killer is because the killer has a nosebleed. They're hugging, and all of a sudden a bit of blood drops on her, and what's that? Oh, it's just her boyfriend's nose blood dripping on her. So that's how, yeah. So that's how you know he's a killer. But yes, and she will never know. She will never know. So yeah, but it's a great movie. I love it. I love this movie. The second last one is The Substance. I really, really enjoyed this movie. Once again, it was over 2 hours long, but I enjoyed it because it didn't feel like it went on for ages. It wasn't a slow burn. It just kind of got into it right away. Things were going, like, things were happening left, right, and center. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. The acting was great. The cast was great. Um, I have like nothing bad to say about this movie. I really, 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 really enjoyed it. The last movie on my list was Tommy Replay. So I've been trying to watch the Tommy movies because who knows? Now I'm like very into them. I'm very into um Tommy, and I have the manga now as well, so I do have to read that. I just haven't read it all yet. But the first two are good, but the third one, this is the third one because it's the last one I watched. There's like heaps of them. I've only seen the first three though. This one was phenomenal. I like this one. I really did like this one. This one felt more. I don't know how to explain it. More non-confusing. Like the first one isn't confusing, but like the second one is like three different stories into one, and then the first one's kind of like, I mean, it's very straightforward, but this one is more straightforward, more easy to follow, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought that it was a very cool idea. Um, in a way, it's like spoiler alert if you haven't seen this movie. This child, which this is kind of weird. This child gives birth to a head, and the head is Tommy. So like Tommy, um, she like regenerates all the time. You kill her, she comes back, and there's like millions of her. I think could be wrong, but I think there's like millions of her. But she always comes back. So yeah, so she's like in this water thing, and then like everyone who like saw her or whatever like died or something. I don't know. I kind of don't remember what was going on, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, guys. So I highly recommend that movie, and I will be watching the rest and seeing how they are as well because I really like them. So yes, they were the 10 best horror movies I watched for the first time in 2024. Hopefully I watch some really good ones this year. I really hope I do. But yes, guys, I hope you all enjoyed my video. And thank you for watching. Live, laugh, love.